When they say, you're going to be like this, I remember saying, no, we're not going to be like that. I'm not going to be an abuser of my children. I'm not going to go and live on the streets. I have to get an education because I know that I have to support myself because nobody else is going to do that. So it's like a real conscious effort that you're not going to end up being like the people that are in charge of us. And what makes us different than a lot of the other kids that are in foster care and that haven't done as well, I don't know. It's very interesting that the four of us would have ended up that way.
Because I don't want to have a bitter root and carry the pain of what we'd gone through, have learned to lay that down, and in laying that down, asking for help to forgive those people that had hurt me so, and that had affected my life so much. And it's a journey because it's not something that sometimes is really natural. It's something that part of me is going, I don't think I can forgive. And then I'm saying, I must forgive, I need help to forgive, and asking for that help to forgive. And when I find this is still really hurting, then going through the process again. So it is a journey.
I had a chip on my shoulder that was pretty big for a lot of years. And when I went on a healing journey with some of the members of my community, actually at that point in time, there was 100 different people from Fishing Lake Settlement that went on and did some healing. And I heard their stories. I then recognized that it was a much bigger problem. All of those hurts impact on them and are as important to them and as hurtful to them, and they carry the same kind of fear and guilt and shame. I carried a lot of hate and rage, not only to the foster parents, but to my own relatives, because I felt given up on and alienated and all alone, all those types of things. I hated all authority. It took me a long time to be able to get away from blaming everybody else and feeling sorry for myself, and being able to look at what else was available, and being able to say, well, you know what, I can make a difference in the future of other children that go into care. Nobody ever even explained to me what had happened with our mother and father and grandmother, and why we ended up in care or any of that type of stuff. And I had to go to the Edmonton Public Library, into the archives, into the microfiche, to do the research to find out what happened. And I thought that was a real poor way of anybody to have to find out, what had happened earlier in their life, and
How our mother died.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I know that Sharon had to do some of that stuff too before, and did, for a young person, and I don't know if I could have done it at that age, is that she went and she looked after us too, and tried to get us out of care, and tried to make a home for us, and all that.
And the way we finally got out of it is we used to have to eat soap a lot, whether they thought we said bad words, if they thought we were lying, or they just felt like feeding us soap.
You have to understand, the soap back then had a lot of lye content to it, so when you used to eat it, it burned the inside of your mouth.
Soap and potatoes and raw vinegar.
Yeah, and
raw potatoes.
Can't handle sardines even today, but the one time, like Sharon said, it would make you want to get sick, and I did get sick, and they made me lick it off the floor when I got sick after eating the soap. So, and this particular time, we had to wear certain dresses all week long to school, the same dress. Every day. But if we had phys ed, we got to change into a pair of pants for that morning or that afternoon. And on this particular day, Sharon had phys ed in the morning and I had it in the afternoon. And our foster parent said, well, I'm going to do laundry today. You can wear pants, both of you. So we trotted off to school all thrilled that we both got to wear pants that day. We came home at noon. What are you two girls both wearing your pants? Well, you said this morning we could, you were doing laundry. You're lying, you're eating a bar of soap when you get home from school. Well, I'm on my way to school and I'm crying and I'm telling my sister, I'm not eating any more soap. And I said, I'm running away. She's like, no, you're not. You're going to get us in great big trouble. I got to school and I can still remember, like I sat under a table.
I found it really ironic when I was reading through the files and to see that, and talking with the past foster family, where they had given their report saying to the child welfare, saying there's problems there, where teachers had said there's problems there, where the nurses had said there's problems there, and yet nothing was done about it. So,
As a matter of fact, the foster Herb that Herb is talking about is one that we stayed with next door to you and Marty, and just being neighbors and stuff. You know, I would imagine sometimes you see and hear things, and it's true. They tried to contact social services to say there's something wrong. Should go and investigate something's wrong with this house. And I guess after a while, they were told to quit calling social services or they'd be charged with harassment, so they quit.
I was 6 years in that home, and it had such an impact on me. I mean, yes, I've gone through a lot of healing to get to where I'm at today, but like you said, Herb, it's been a journey. And as a young adult, I was a very troubled young adult. And I went and I compounded what had happened to me by the lifestyle I chose to live at that time of my life, because then it just added more hurts and more pain onto what I was already carrying.
the only good people in life that you had, that was your family, you're alienated from. So it really puts you in a tenuous spot as a young person for role modeling, for all that type of stuff. And it really, sometimes I do wonder, what happened to make us be able to survive the way we do survive. And at the same time, I think it's a facade that we all look like we're successful and that we do good, and yes, we're financially not that bad off and this and that and the next thing, but when you look deep inside, there's still a lot of hurt and a lot of anger. And I hear people say that they've been with the department for 20 years or whatever, they've been a social worker for many, many years, and I think, well, I went into care when I was 3 going on 4 years old. I was there for 14 years, and so I've lived with the results of this for 34 years, and it's not been an easy path to walk.